Treated lumber is a popular building material that plays a key role in the construction of many of our structures in the Pacific Northwest. Our good friend Dennis McWhirter is an expert on pressure-treated wood with nearly 3 decades of experience in the industry. In this series, Dennis provides answers to some common questions and reminds us why treated lumber is one of the best things we can do to help preserve our greatest renewable resource.
The difference between, the copper azole treated wood and railroad ties is night and day difference. I mean, that's, in a nutshell. You've got one that is a waterborne preservative and the other is an oil-borne preservative. So right now, with the copper azole, we use water as a vehicle. We get the chemical into the wood, the water evaporates, and it leaves the chemical in the cell structure of the wood. Okay. Now you go to a railroad tie, which is used for industrial use. That's an oil-borne treatment, and as you know, oil doesn't dry. It never dries. And I'll give you a prime example. Okay, so most of the telephone poles that you see around are creosote treated. Okay, the creosote treatment goes in about 1 inch into a telephone pole. The rest of it's raw wood inside. But basically what you're doing is you're encapsulating a piece of wood with chemical treatment. It's both the same on the creosote or the copper azole. You're encapsulating the wood, protecting it from the elements from the outside. Now the problem with the creosote is it's an oil, so it constantly migrates. Okay, so go out, next time you're out walking around and looking at a telephone pole that's been in the ground, say, for 10, 15, 20 years. It's got cement around the base of it. Look at the very top of it, and it'll be kind of a gray color because the chemical has migrated down, and it just keeps migrating down the telephone pole. And if you look down on the concrete down on the bottom, you will see all the creosote starting to puddle up around the base of that telephone pole. So, is copper azole treatment different than creosote? You bet. It's a lot safer product. I see a lot of times people will use railroad ties for raised garden beds. And in fact, my mother used some railroad ties for a raised garden bed. They'd put some in and I made them tear them out. I just told them, I said, that is actually migrating into the soil, and then your plants and vegetables are picking that up. And there's a big difference between today's waterborne treatment and today's oil-borne treatments.